Hello friends, you're welcome back. My name is Esther. If you're here for the first time, thank you for clicking this video. Please do well to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to get notified each time I upload a new video. Today's tutorial is a high-waisted pencil skirt pattern drafting. The measurement and things you'll be needing is on the screen. While you're looking at it, I will join my guideline. My guideline will be serving as my waistline. So let's get started. Now, with my waistline out of the way, I'm going to put in my measurement, my waist to hip measurement, that's 8 inches, and my hip to my skirt length measurement. 25 inches is my skirt length measurement. So I am going to be marking this measurement across waist to hip, hip to hem. After doing this, I'm taking my ruler, I am drawing my lines to connect these points. Next is to label it so that we know which line represents what. Okay, since the skirt will be having a band of 1.5 inches, I am going to draw a 1.5 inches, mark that out from the waistline, mark 1.5 inches down. This is to help those that have a bodice that has a waistline and a hip measurements, the bodice that fits them well, but they want to still make this pencil skirt copying out their bodice. So just mark 1.5 inches from your waistline to form your band. Now you can put in your measurements. Since the band is going to be a straight one, not a curved one, so put your waist measurement on the band line. Except you're not planning on having a band. So here, my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch dart allowance. So that's 30 divided by 4 plus 1 inch for that allowance. My hip measurement divided by 4. If you're unsure, you can add ease to your measurement, but I'm sure of mine. So now the hip measurement minus 1 inch. Whatever you had on your hip measurement divided by 4 minus 1 inch. Curve that out. Make sure you blend your hip area line. You don't want it sharp there. So now your bust span measurement, half of your nipple to nipple measurement. Mark that out. Take ½ inch on both sides to form your dart. Remember, you added 1 inch for that. Mark your bust span measurement down here. Then go up by 2 inches. So now that will form your dart. If you measure this out, it's going to be maybe 4 inches, 4.5, around 4.5 mark. So the next thing to do now is to up the side, raise the side by 3/4 of an inch. This will form your new waistline, that's without the band. So curve this out, linking it up to the 1.5 inch band edge. So now you're basically done with your front. So before we get started with the back, let's just label it. Note that the front will be cut on fold. So now to your back, mark 1 inch away from your line. The edge of my pattern paper is quite straight, that's why I'm marking it at the edge. If you're unsure of yours, you could draw a line, then mark it from there. Then I'm going to draw a line to indicate this 1 inch that I've marked away. Don't worry, you know what the 1 inch is for in a sec. So now from your hemline, go up by 6 inches. You can do 7 inches depending on the length of the vent you want, but I think 6 inches is quite decent enough. So now going by 1 inch. From that 6-inch mark, go in by 1 inch. Use your curve ruler and blend from this 1-inch mark to your hip area. Just blend it out. Yep. Now on your band area, go in by 1/2 inch. Just make sure you go in by 1/2 inch on your band area, then blend it up to your hips. After that, mark your 1-inch zip allowance. So here is our 1-inch zip allowance. It's going to come in a curve form. So use your curve ruler and blend that out as well. So this is for the back. So I haven't gotten that out of the way. It's time to put in your measurement. Whatever you have in the front, whatever measurement there, just transfer it to the back. Like so. Was measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch that allowance, the hip measurement divided by 4. Then now to the hemline, measure plus your zip allowance, your hip plus your zip allowance, and take 1 inch away. Your hip plus zip minus 1 inch. And make sure that you're marking it on the initial 1-inch line you made from that 1-inch line. Now you can go ahead and curve your lines, blend at the hip area. So next is to put your bust span measurement. Have your bust span measurement, the same measurement you did in front, and do it to the back. You're marking from your zipper allowance area. So 3.5 for me, 1/2 inch on both sides. Now the back dart, you're going to find that the back dart is 1 inch above the hip line. Just know that it's 1 inch above the hip line, unlike the front that is 2 inch above the hip line. So just go ahead and connect your points to form your beautiful dart. So next will be to raise the sides of this skirt. Just like you did for the front, now you're going to be doing same for the back. Raise the side by 3/4 of an inch. But the back will change because you're coming down by 1/2 inch on your zipper allowance area. 1/2 inch. Now use your curve ruler and you will be connecting your new waist line. This just helps the skirt to sit nicely in the butt area. And you can see the nice curve we have there because our butt area is curvy, not straight. So with this out of the way, just know that the 6-inch mark there was for vents. Add your seaming allowance. In another tutorial, you'll be seeing how I put the skirt together. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you're interested in knowing how to sew the skirt and how it will turn out, please, it's time for you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get notified when this video comes up. So now I'm using 1/2 inch seaming allowance and I'll be testing this pattern, so it's time to cut it out. While you're cutting it out, don't forget that the skirt will be having a band and the band will be 1.5 inches. Don't forget to fold in your dart while you're cutting your pattern. Fold in your dart while cutting your pattern, especially when it's an open dart. But if it's a closed dart, no problem. But if it's an open dart like this, fold in your pattern. You see the lines is not straight. You can either reconnect the line, but I'll just cut and I'll connect from the other side So fold in your dart. Okay, to the vent area, you're going to cut it out like so. You're going to cut it around your zipper area like you've seen on the screen. This curve just makes it sit nicely. So now the band, I've gone ahead and measured 1.5 inches for the band and added ½ inch seaming allowance. The length of the band is your waist circumference plus 2 inch. Remember, my zipper allowance is 1 inch and it's going to be 1 inch on both sides. That's why I'm adding 2 inches. Waist circumference plus zipper allowance on both sides. So with this, just have a sneak peek of what the finished products will look like. The video will be coming up soon. So in case you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe and click on the notification bell. See you soon with the sewing of the skirts. Thank you. Bye for now.